Heralded storm is now beginning to make its presence felt across southwestern parts of the UK. Here's a sequence to make any meteorologist drool. A lovely swirl of cloud developing there, an intense Atlantic storm. Fortunately, staying fairly well out over the open waters, the actual centre of the storm, but it's close enough. And in fact, we have upped our estimates for the wind speeds now across the Isles of Scilly and Cornwall, particularly for this evening. We're looking at winds gusting up to around 80 miles an hour. That's certainly enough to cause some structural damage and make for some pretty dangerous travelling conditions out and about through this evening and for a time overnight. Now, it's getting windy anyway across a good part of the UK, particularly through the Irish Sea, I think, through the rest of the afternoon and into this evening. Gales spreading along the southwest coast of England as well, along with some heavy rain. I think the heaviest rain mainly across Wales, the southwest, pushing up towards Northern Ireland, edging in, but fairly patchy towards the Manchester area through Birmingham and down towards London. But head northwards and eastwards again, and actually it's not looking too bad. Getting fairly cloudy through the rest of the day, and a few showers perhaps running from Yorkshire up through towards the east of Scotland, but most places here will manage to stay dry during daylight hours at least. It's feeling chilly though, those freshening winds, temperatures just 11 to 13 degrees. Now it's this evening I think we're going to see the peak of those winds across Cornwall, the Isles of Scilly, Devon as well. Certainly those winds up to 80 miles an hour across West Cornwall, the Isles of Scilly, perhaps up to 70 miles an hour across Devon and Dorset. And then later in the evening, it's the southwest of Wales, Cardigan Bay, that catches the worst of the winds. Again, probably 60 to 70 miles an hour, the gusts here. Later on, towards midnight, early hours of the morning, then it's the east coast of Northern Ireland. The severe gales begin to hit. Here, probably gusts to around 60 miles an hour, but certainly a pretty windy night across most parts of Northern Ireland. So add all that together, you've got some pretty unpleasant conditions for travellers. The gales, the heavy rain, ferry services already affected across the Irish Sea, and with one or two trees coming down, perhaps power lines as well, then road and rail services are also likely to be affected because we've got some of the highest